Hey, sweetie, I'm going to yoga today. I'll be going in about 10 minutes. Is there anything that you'd like me to pick up for dinner or anything?
No.
Oh, okay. Is chicken okay for dinner then?
Sure, sounds fine.
Okay. I'll pick some veg up from the shop after my class then. We can have a Sunday dinner, even though it's Tuesday. LOL.
Uh-huh, if that's what you like.
Okay. Anyway, I've got to go now, otherwise I'll be late for the class. See you soon.
See you soon.
Ugh, I cannot believe that woman.
June again?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. What did she do this time?
Okay, well, I was in my yoga class, just minding my own business and talking to Jennifer whilst we waited for the instructor. When June came in and started going on at me about how I shouldn't be in the class because I simply don't have the body type to look good whilst doing it. She also started saying that I couldn't do all of the poses properly, so that I should just give up.
That's just June being as horrible as always. She's always looking for ways to rile you up and just be horrible to you. Personally, I'd have pushed her over during one of the poses and embarrassed her beyond belief.
LOL, yeah, I know she's usually horrible and usually I can just ignore her or annoy her back, but today she crossed the line.
What did she do?
She said that, basically, she was annoying me as a way to assert dominance or something stupid like that. I mean, honestly, who does that? And just to make themselves feel better?
Whoa, wait, what?
Yeah, it was completely ridiculous.
That's insane. God, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to come to the class today. I'd have put her in her place.
I know, I almost did.
Well, can't you tell Sean about this? Surely he could do something as a trainee lawyer, right? Like, get her done for harassment or something?
I don't know, maybe. Although lately he's been acting strange. Like, he's not been as open and talkative to me. I don't want to stress him out more, you know?
Well, maybe you should talk to him about it. If something is wrong, then communication is the best bet to sort anything out. I'm sure he's probably just under a lot of stress at work and just needs to talk to someone.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'll have a talk with him and see if I can just straighten this whole thing out.
Okay, well, I'm here if you need me at all.
Thanks. I'll make sure to keep you up to date with whatever happens, though I'm sure it won't be anything interesting.
Okay then, speak to you soon.
And you. Hey Sean, are you able to talk?
Sure, I guess. Why?
Well, I just wanted to talk to you and ask you some things.
Hurry up then, I haven't got all day.
Okay then. Why have you been acting so strange lately?
What do you mean? I've not been acting strange.
Yes you have. You've been acting incredibly cold towards me lately, always giving me short and sharp replies. I honestly feel like I've done something to upset you, but I have no clue what it is. Have I done anything? Because I can't sort it out if you don't let me know. I just want us to go back to how we were.
Well, I can't help it if I'm busy lately, can I? I don't have time for days off and stuff at the minute. I'm under a lot of pressure to help with this huge case that I'm on, so if I'm a bit snappy and short with you, it's really not my fault.
I understand that you're under a lot of pressure at work, and if I could help you with that, I would. But you also need to understand that work doesn't always come first. You need to be able to prioritize what you do and make sure that you have a good work-life balance. Otherwise, how else are we supposed to spend time together as a couple?
Well, I can't exactly do that at the minute. It's just not possible. So you'll just have to get over it, Jessica.
Jessica? Who's Jessica?
No one. It was just a typo.
My name is nowhere close to sounding like Jessica, so I doubt it was a typo. Who is she?
She's no one. Just a woman I work with. She's, like, the secretary on the case. She makes all the important notes and makes sure that we don't forget or miss anything. I have to message her quite a bit. That's probably why her name popped up in my keyboard shortcuts.
Uh-huh. So you wouldn't mind if I spoke to this Jessica then?
What? Why would you want to do that?
Well, if you're working together, it might be nice to get to know her, don't you think? Maybe we could invite her around for dinner one of the evenings. And the rest of your team. They might enjoy a meal together, strengthen the team bond, and it might even give you a few brownie points and have you go up in their decision on who to promote to the firm. What do you think?
No, that's okay. It's not needed at all.
Why not? It's not a bad idea.
I just don't want to mix work and private life.
But you already do that. You're constantly bringing your work home with you. So why can't we invite everyone to dinner?
I just think that it would be unprofessional.
Fine then. I'll just message this Jessica person and ask her out for some drinks with me and Linda. I'd like to get to know her.
Well, I don't want you to.
Well, tough. I can ask her for drinks if I want to.
God, fine. Well, you want me to admit it? I've been cheating on you with Jessica. You happy now?
Oh yeah. So happy to find out that my husband has been cheating on me with some random woman.
Hey, you're the one who pushed me to admit it. You could have just continued living in blissful ignorance and we could have gone along just fine. But for some reason, you decided to message me to what? Confront me about this? How'd you even know I was doing something?
I didn't message you to confront you about cheating. I just wanted to talk to you about your attitude lately. But when you started acting suspiciously, well, I couldn't just ignore it. I don't want to be with someone who would do such a thing to me.
Well then, what are you gonna do? You'll never find someone as good as me, so I don't think it would be worth the divorcing me, unless you want to be seen as a loser by everyone.
I don't care what everybody else thinks. I'm definitely not staying with you. Not after you've just admitted to cheating on me. I'd have to be a fool to stay with you now. I mean, who would want to be stuck with such an arrogant and horrible person as their husband? Not me, that's for sure.
Well, it's your loss then, isn't it? I know that you'll never find a man like me ever again. I'm the best thing that you'll ever have. Anyone else simply won't compare to me. I'm smart, handsome, and soon enough, I'll be very rich as well when I become a fully fledged lawyer. You'll be sorry if you leave me.
Oh, please. There are men who have good jobs and who are smart and handsome just like you. The only difference is that they are also kind and wouldn't even dream of cheating on the person that they love. Unlike you, they actually have a conscience and a sense of loyalty.
It's not my fault that you simply aren't interesting enough to hold my interest.
Oh, and I'm guessing that this Jessica is?
Yes, she is. She understands me in a way that you don't. She's so much better than you. In fact, if you want to divorce me, then so be it. I'll just be with Jessica.
Fine. If you want to do that, then so be it. I'll send the divorce papers over to you.
Sounds good to me.
Linda, are you there?
Tilly, is everything okay?
No, not really. Sean just confessed that he's been cheating on me.
He what?
Yeah, I messaged him to ask why he'd been so moody lately, and then things escalated until he called me Jessica. I asked him who she was, and he eventually told me that she was the woman he'd been cheating on me with.
What a sleazeball!
I know. I just told him that I'd sent him some divorce papers through soon. There's no way that I can stay with him now.
No, I don't think anyone would expect you to. Do you want to come to mine for tonight? I've got more than enough space for you.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Thanks. You're a true friend.
It's not a problem. We can come up with all the ways that Sean's a jerk whilst watching sappy rom-coms and eating ice cream.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Okay, well just head on over when you're ready. I've got spare clothes you can have, so you don't need to return home if you don't want to.
Okay, I'll head over now then. Thanks, Lind.
It's no problem. It's what best friends do.
I'll see you soon then.
Oh my god. Did you actually see yourself in yoga class today? You look like a flailing whale, lol.
June? How on earth did you get my number?
Well, that's easy. I asked the instructor for it. I said that you'd left behind some of your equipment and that I wanted to return it to you. It was quite easy, really, to get a hold of your number.
Oh, geez. Look, just lose my number and leave me alone, okay? I don't want to talk to you or deal with your attitude. I just don't have the energy right now.
Oh, boo-hoo. I'm not just going to go away because you're too much of a coward to face me.
A coward?
Yep. Clearly my dominance is just too much for you. It's pathetic. You really shouldn't even bother coming to yoga anymore if you can't even stand up for yourself against me. Although, I am quite amazing, so obviously you wouldn't be able to compete with me.
June, you're really not that great. Anyone is better than you. That's just a fact.
That's not what your husband thinks.
What do you mean?
I slept with your husband, lol. I know we'll be perfect together.
I'm no longer married. We divorced last year.
Huh? What do you mean you divorced last year? Are you really that much of a pathetic loser that you can't even keep a husband? LOL.
No, I'm actually not. I'm just smart enough to know what my worth is. And it's much more than staying with a man who would rather cheat on me than be true to me.
Well, you can't really blame him, can you? Why would he want to stay married to such a dull and ugly little woman? Especially when he could have someone amazing, like me.
Yeah, I guess so. However, no, you don't want to be bored by silly nonsense. I wish you the best with him.
What? Are you trying to scare me? It's not going to work.
Yeah, that's fine. I won't bother you with it.
Well, now that you've brought it up, you might as well tell me what you want to tell me.
Are you sure?
Whatever, just tell me already.
Well, I've heard that Sean has quite a dirty little secret.
And what's that then?
Apparently, in the years since we've been divorced, Sean has been with quite a lot of women, including some that he's paid for.
Well, so what? It's not like people aren't allowed to have a little bit of fun.
No, of course not. I just hope you've been being safe, if you know what I mean.
Not that it's any of your business. Why should I care if we haven't?
Oh, no reason. Just that a few of the women Sean has been with left him with some not very nice surprises. Ones that, if not monitored and dealt with properly, could be passed on to other people, should he choose not to tell his partners about them.
Wait, what?
Just thought you should know.
Oh God, why didn't you tell me?
How was I supposed to know that you were going to sleep with my ex-husband? Besides, he has nothing to do with me now. You should take your argument to him.
I only went with him to anger you and to show you that I'm better than you. But now no one will want to be with me ever again.
Well, maybe if you hadn't been so focused on trying to be horrible to other women and getting one up on them, you wouldn't have found yourself in this situation. The only reason you even wanted to be with Sean was because you thought he was my husband. Now look where your selfish and vile behavior has gotten you.
Ugh, but
I suggest you get yourself to a hospital and get checked out, just in case. Anyways, I'm going to go now. I'm free to live my life how I want to, finally, and I'm not going to waste it talking to you. I'm going to block you now, so don't bother trying to message me or anything because I won't reply.
hang on. You can't just go like that. You're supposed to be the one who's devastated, not me. This isn't fair. It's not how it's supposed to go.
Uh-huh. Well, you can go and have a tantrum over the fact that your plan to be dominant or whatever didn't work. I've got a fun afternoon at the spa to go and enjoy. See ya.
No, don't you dare go. You need to be the one who's upset, not me. Tilly, get back here.
After that, I heard that June did actually go to the hospital to get checked out like I suggested. Unfortunately for her, the doctors did actually find that she had a couple of transmitted diseases, which she would have to take medication for. After learning about her ailments, June became incredibly angry at Sean and ended up having a long argument with him, which resulted in the two splitting up. As for Sean, he obviously had the diseases as well and also had to go on medication for them. However, word of his exploits got out, thanks to June, and no other woman wanted to be with him after that. Not that I would blame them. I also heard that he was fired from his law firm due to his poor attitude. As for me, I have gone on to do all the things I had always wanted to do, but was held back from doing so by Sean. I haven't committed myself to another relationship yet, as I am happy being single for the time being. However, I have started talking to someone, so I will see how this goes. Either way, he is much better than Sean was already, so I don't think I have anything to worry about. Remember, ladies, it's always better to support one another instead of trying to bring each other down. Being there for one another, like Linda was for me, is much more of a dominant trait than trying to steal someone's husband, which is actually seen as quite cowardly and underhanded. Frank, where are you and your mom? I can't spot you anywhere.
Huh?
I just came out of the bathroom and you're not where I left you. Did you go into a store or something?
Well, we're not in a shop right now. We did step into one briefly, and I treated myself to some new sneakers and a stylish belt, but we've left the store since. I did use your credit card for the purchase, though. It cost a bit, but I figured it's not a big deal. You'll settle it eventually, and that's what credit cards are for, right?
I can't believe you used my credit card again without my permission. I will just let this slide because I don't want to ruin our vacation. I won't next time. Anyway, where are you two now? We don't want to miss our tour. We don't have time for a game of hide and seek right now.
We've already moved on.
What? You've left? What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what I've said. We've left and joined the tour on our own. We arrived at the location early, and the tour guide decided to start early, allowing us more time to explore.
But what about me?
What do you mean, what about you?
What am I supposed to do now? You both just left without me.
Well, that's not my fault. You took an awfully long time in the bathroom. Not everyone can adhere to your schedule. To be honest, we didn't want to miss out on the tour because you were taking so long. It seemed like you were having some stomach issues, which might have limited how far you could walk without needing the restroom. I'd have had to stay with you, given that I'm your husband, and miss out on this amazing historical experience. Is that fair to me?
When have I ever prevented you from doing something just because I couldn't do it? If you wanted to explore, I would have found something to occupy myself with. I don't need constant supervision just because I might have an upset stomach. It doesn't mean I would stop you from enjoying yourself.
Well, great. It means that Mom and I can do our own thing for the rest of this trip, and you can focus on what you need to do with your stomach issue. We don't want to miss out on the fun activities we had in mind, like kayaking on the local river.
Me having fun separately while you enjoy a tour is one thing, but completely abandoning me for the entire trip is a different story. How can you be so selfish and inconsiderate? I didn't choose to have an upset stomach. And as my husband, I expected some empathy and support from you to make the best of the situation. We could go back to the hotel and have a relaxing day together.
Why should it be my responsibility to take care of you when you're sick? I'm not the one who's sick, so I shouldn't have to sacrifice my fun time just because you are. I want to make the most of this trip and have fun. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can't just abandon my mom. That would be impolite.
Are you seriously telling me this? I can't believe you. You're actually going to leave me in a foreign country while you and your mom go off doing who knows what. Don't you care about my well-being at all?
Well, now that you've asked, no, not really.
What?
I've been wanting to say something for a while now, actually. I haven't been happy in our relationship. I often feel like you're consistently bringing me down. I want to be married to someone who nags me instead of allowing me to be myself. My mom shares this sentiment. She believes you're rather dull, and I deserve a more fun spouse. You see, I'm planning to explore various sites and attractions in this foreign country, some of which you might not be interested in. I won't let you dictate what I can or cannot do anymore. It's as simple as that.
I see. But if you've been feeling this way, why haven't you talked to me about it? We could have discussed our issues and worked through them together. How about you meet me after the tour and we can have a proper conversation? We can address our concerns and find a solution together. That's what married couples should do when facing problems. Communicate and work things out.
How clingy can you be? Well, I'm not interested in that. I made my mind up some time ago. I know I don't want to stay in this relationship and I want a divorce.
Divorce? Is that really what you want? You don't even want to attempt to work things out together?
It would just be a waste of my time.
Wow, thanks. What happened to in sickness and in health? Do those vows mean nothing to you?
Well, they're just words. They don't hold any meaning for me.
Great. Thanks for letting me know. Why did you even bring me on this trip if you felt so strongly about leaving me?
Well, let's face it, you earn a good income. I couldn't have afforded a 2-week trip to Europe for me and my mom on my own. Your financial support was exactly what I needed. Now that we're here, I can do as I please.
You're despicable. You brought me along just to use my money? If that's the way you want to act, then fine. Just return my card and backpack. Afterward, we can both move on and have nothing to do with each other ever again.
No, I don't think so.
What?
I won't be giving you your backpack.
You can't just leave me in a foreign country and take my purse. It has my passport and all my money in it.
Oh, what do you think I wanted? I'm not gonna use my own money when I can use yours.
What are you on about?
Well, considering all the issues you've caused me with your unenthusiastic attitude, I thought I'd use your money to fund the remainder of my trip and enjoy the fun I deserve. I also want to treat my mom a bit, so I'll use your money for that as well. She's in a nice place. She deserves it.
You can't do that.
Actually, I can. And I did. Consider it compensation for all the trips I missed out on because you thought they were too unsafe or too expensive. I believe I deserve some enjoyment, and you can foot the bill as a way to make up for the trouble you've put me through.
If anyone should be offering an apology here, it's you. You've treated me horribly, and I haven't done anything to deserve it. I can't wait to get home and put some distance between us.
Well, it seems you won't be getting home anytime soon. I've got your passport with me, so you're kinda stuck here. Honestly, it's a relief not having to deal with you anymore, so it's a win for me. Anyway, I'm going now. I have a lot to do with my day, like indulging in the things I've always wanted. I have no intention of spending the day texting you. Who knows, I might even meet a nice girl to hang out with. There's one who's been quite friendly on this tour. Maybe I'll see where it leads.
Are you really telling me that you're planning to be unfaithful? Do you not realize the potential risks involved? You don't even know that woman. She could have ulterior motives.
Well, I hope so. It's been a while since I've had some fun.
You know what? Whatever. I don't care what you do. I'm done with you and your disgusting behavior.
Yeah, whatever. Good luck getting back home.
Don't worry about me. I'll be just fine. It's you who should be concerned with your recklessness. I won't be surprised if you end up being taken advantage of.
As if that would ever happen. I'm much smarter than you. I was so confident in my plan that I didn't even bring my own money or cards because I knew I could rely on yours. That's how brilliant I am.
You didn't bring any of your own money or cards?
Nope. What would I need them for when I have yours?
Well, you just gave me an idea for something. Thank you for that.
Huh?
It's nothing. You've just added some sunshine to my day. Now, if you don't mind, I have an important call to make.
Whatever. Just leave me be. See ya.
Oh, Kim. Frank and I are having the most delightful time on our vacation. You're missing out on so much. LOL. I mean, my son and I are truly enjoying ourselves. If you're interested, you'll have to cover your expenses.
I've managed to secure enough to move out. Thanks to that.
Huh? I'm a bit confused. Frank informed me that he has all your money and cards. So how do you plan to move out without the funds or your passport to return home? Do you really think I'm gullible enough to fall for your bluff?
Yes, I really do think so.
What? How dare you?
I've managed to return home. I contacted the American Embassy and explained the situation. Fortunately, they arranged an emergency passport and put me on the next available flight a couple of days ago. Once back, I started packing up my belongings from the house. I won't stay with someone who callously takes my things and abandons me in a foreign country. What? But that's not... That's exactly what happened, and you know it. You're practically gloating about me being left in such a situation. But I wouldn't be celebrating if I were you.
What do you mean? Why not?
Well, did you know that most banks encourage you to report stolen or lost cards to prevent unauthorized use? They can even offer a bit of financial assistance if you're in a foreign country to avoid leaving you stranded. Banks can do quite a lot these days. It's remarkable, isn't it?
Wait. Kim? What have you done?
Oh, not much. I've simply followed the bank's advice, which includes canceling all my cards and getting new ones sent to me here at home.
But that means the cards Frank has are...
Completely useless. Yes.
Oh no. But we've been using them for everything. When did you contact the bank?
Only on the very first day you and your son left me behind.
So, for the past few days, we haven't been covering our expenses?
I suppose not. You might have some angry people on your hands.
Please, you have to assist us.
No way. After what you did to me, this is the least you deserve.
I'll inform Frank about all of this.
Good. I hope you do. He deserves to understand the predicament he's gotten himself into.
Fine, I'll inform him. Then you'll see.
We'll see about that.
Kim, my mom just told me what you've done. Why would you do that?
Why? Maybe because the man who was supposed to love me chose to abandon me in a foreign country, stealing all my money and my only means of returning home. Reporting it to my bank was the least I could do. That's why I've also decided to sell all your belongings to recover the money you have already spent on my cards. Honestly, I thought it was a rather clever idea. I've already nearly recovered the expenses from the trip.
But that's all my stuff, including my consoles, clothes, and everything.
Yep, and let's not forget the headphones and games too. It's all up for sale.
I can't believe you've gone this far. This has to be illegal. It's my property, so you can't just sell it.
Well, technically, since I bought most of this stuff for you, I have legal ownership of it. LOL.
But that's not fair. Please stop messing with my belongings.
Oh, and I've also listed the house for sale.
What? That can't be possible or legal, can it?
Well, considering the mortgage is in my name, not yours, it's entirely legal. I have the right to sell the house, and I'll receive all the proceeds from the sale, while you won't get a penny.
That can't be right. I'm your husband. I should get a share from the house sale.
Actually, you're not my husband anymore.
What? Don't be absurd. I'm still your husband.
Actually, no, you're not. Not anymore. I initiated the divorce process right after I returned from Europe, just as you wished. It was quite straightforward, especially after I shared with my lawyers what you put me through during our trip. They were more than willing to assist me in winning my case and ending our marriage.
Hold on. Lawyers?
Yes. When I disclosed how you treated me and took my money and passport, they immediately took action to start the divorce proceedings. I don't believe they wanted to see me married to you any more than I did. I've given the divorce papers to your brother, along with the remaining items from the house. Well, the ones I didn't purchase. As it turns out, there were only 2 boxes full. The rest of the things were things you had acquired from me. My lawyers will be in touch with you shortly regarding compensation. Judging by their discussions, it seems you'll be paying a substantial amount in compensation.
What? Oh, hold on a second. Let's not rush into this. We can discuss this. Perhaps we don't need to go through with the divorce. We can find a way to address our issues. Can we please talk about it?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
I provided you with multiple opportunities to talk to me and to attempt to resolve our problems while we were abroad. Instead, you chose to steal my belongings and abandon me. Thankfully, I managed to reach the embassy and they helped me return home. Now that I'm back, all I want is to remove you from my life once and for all. I don't need someone so self-centered, awful, and utterly despicable in my life.
But what about the house?
What about it? Considering the house was in my name, I thought I'd sell it and move to a better place.
What about me?
That's your concern now. I no longer have to be your caretaker. I can finally live my life freely and on my own terms without having to support you. Anyway, my lawyers have advised me not to communicate with you any further. If you have anything to convey, please go through them. Goodbye.
No, wait!
The divorce proceedings ended smoothly due to the substantial evidence I had, including the text Frank sent me during our trip. He was also ordered to pay substantial compensation for the way he treated me. When Frank and his mom returned to the United States, the authorities were already informed about the theft and fraud they had attempted against me. Both Frank and Natalie were apprehended, but I decided not to press charges. However, I did request a restraining order against both of them, which the court promptly granted. Since then, I've sold my former house and found a new home that better suits my preferences. I've also begun casually dating someone. While it's not yet serious, dating him is enjoyable, and we're having a great time together. Hopefully, this time, I won't end up in a foreign country without funds if I continue seeing him. Regarding Natalie and Frank, both of them are marked as scammers by the police, and the banks kept a vigilant watch on their activities, flagging certain transactions until they could verify the payment method. Frank had to move back in with his mom as he couldn't afford a new apartment. I don't feel remorse for my actions, as I believe they both got what they deserved for their treatment of me. However, I wish it hadn't come to this, but some individuals need to learn life lessons the hard way, and Frank is certainly one of those people.